If you're watching this, it's because MrBeast has officially become the most subscribed YouTuber, which is kind of just weird to think about. Like it's been like 2 years in the making by now, but still feels kind of weird that like PewDiePie isn't #1 anymore. While I'm recording this, it hasn't actually like happened yet. Like I think they're currently like tied. Some point today or tomorrow, MrBeast will probably be ahead of him, ahead of PewDiePie. So I just want to kind of like, without a script or anything, just talk about that a bit, because I think that's just insane. Like PewDiePie has been the first YouTuber to do many things. Like he was the first YouTuber to like hit 15 million subscribers, for example. He was like one of the first like 3, I think, to hit 10 million, if you don't like count like musicians and like that. Dude, it's lagging so bad. So yeah, like I said, PewDiePie was like the first to do many things. Like he was the first to 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, like so many different things. And he's been like the most subscribed YouTuber for almost 10 years. So it's kind of just weird to think of someone else being at #1. Because like I've been on YouTube since about 2011, at least I've been watching it since then. Less actively then than now. Back then it was just like when I found a funny video. And around then, I'm not sure if it was Smosh or Ryan Higa, but one of them two was the most subscribed at the time. It might have been Way William Johnson, but I'm not sure. And then eventually PewDiePie became the first, and he's just been ever since. And all the YouTubers before him that were the most subscribed at one point were only held that title for like a few months, maybe a year. So PewDiePie having like the title as the most subscribed YouTuber for almost, oh for fuck's sake, for almost 10 years is actually insane. Like that's just insane to think about. I also think it's just weird that it's MrBeast. I mean, it makes sense that it was him, but I don't know, for the longest time I thought that like PewDiePie would just stay at #1 forever, because like no YouTuber ever got like really even close to overtaking him, but here we are. We reached the point where we're literally counting down the last 2 hours of PewDiePie being the most subscribed YouTuber, which like even like a year ago MrBeast had like 70 million. Like about a year ago he only just overtook Dude Perfect to become the most subscribed US YouTuber, and also I think the second most subscribed YouTuber worldwide. So he's been #2 for a while, but I think it solidifies the change in YouTube as well. That like it just like proves that casual YouTube is over. It's now all about like having like a high production value and stuff, because clearly that's what MrBeast is all about. Why is everyone so good in this game? Why am I just so bad? And before like people say, oh what about T-Series and like Pokemon and all like that, those are companies. They obviously don't count. You could make an argument about MrBeast being a company more than an actual YouTuber at this point, but that's, and depends where you draw the line between company and YouTuber. If you count a company built up by a YouTuber as a YouTuber and not a company, then I guess MrBeast counts as a YouTuber. But if you just see it as a company, if you just see the MrBeast thing as just a big company with no nuance to it, then you would be right. MrBeast would technically be a company and PewDiePie would still be the most subscribed YouTuber, but still I think MrBeast would still count as a YouTuber, because even though he technically owns a company, his channel is more of a company run thing than an actual like YouTube channel like PewDiePie's. He's still the face of his own show, where it's just like PewDiePie. The same way the Dude Perfect boys are still the faces of their channel, even though they are technically more of a company now as well. MrBeast created this whole like new style of like YouTube, which I personally, at first I really enjoyed, but at this point it just kind of got annoying. And you can tell that MrBeast is significantly better at the style than the rest, because, well, yeah, he pioneered it, obviously, he's really good at it. But just the The fact that there's so many YouTubers that have their videos be almost one by one recreation of like MrBeast style is kind of odd. But I don't know, even though I don't really watch MrBeast anymore, I still do think that he does deserve the title. Like, he came out of nowhere and got like 90 million subscribers in like 2 years. He clearly deserves what he's got, the success that he had so far. You could really say it's the end of an era. MrBeast created an entire new way of editing videos, which the style definitely didn't get annoying. But like, it's not MrBeast's fault that people just copy what's successful, is it? We're going, you can kill me, I'm finished talking. Oh, there we go, down to heaven. Anyway, I do think that MrBeast deserves the spot as the most subscribed. Don't get it twisted. Just because I don't like his editing style that much doesn't mean that I don't think he deserves it. I just kind of think that he deserves the success that he has so far, and I definitely think that this is just a sign of the change in YouTube the way it is today. I think MrBeast might be the very last YouTuber to hit the milestone as the most subscribed YouTuber in the world, because I think YouTube would die out before he gets overtaken, or he would just grow so big that it would take way too long for someone to overtake him, similar to how PewDiePie is like twice the size of Dude Perfect, which is the third biggest YouTuber. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Like the video, this took not very long, but I want subscribers. I want 200 subscribers. Please subscribe. Bye.
On my island is buried a treasure chest.